Hey everyone, this is Mark again, and today we're going to talk about the structure and layout of the website. And I was kind of mulling around a little bit about different options. I was thinking maybe I could do like a multi-page sort of thing. Basically what I ended up deciding on is having a one-page homepage, just one page with all the information on it, like about, portfolio, all that stuff, and then having a separate, having an attached blog. So all through WordPress, of course. And so this is sort of the sketching I do. Usually, when I first work on something, I'll sketch it up a lot, like this. So you can sort of see some of the ideas I had. I'll have a nav bar, and then I'll have like a logo thing with a call to action, and then some about and benefits and websites, and some methodology information and branding. And then I was like, you know what? Let's do mobile first. Think about this in a mobile first scenario, so I know exactly what are the most essential parts. So then I went over here, and this is kind of my mobile first rendering. And I have like the nav up here, logo, call to action, paragraph, kind of like the initial pain point type of stuff. Then about and methodology, I thought, well, you know what? That's all kind of similar information. Let's just combine that all into an about section. So I said put together. And then down below that, I have portfolio. And I was like, instead of doing websites, logos, branding, I'm just going to put it all under portfolio. People can figure out if it's a logo or a website. And I'll have information underneath each image that lets you know what I did on that. So I don't need to say these are all websites and these are all logos. I'll just say this is a website I worked on for blah, 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 or something like that. And sort of have this carousel going. You can do next buttons and click on it and it'll full screen the image. So that's the portfolio there. So I combined the two portfolios I was thinking of before into one. And then down here is just a simple contact form and then a footer, like copyright, stuff like that. So all of my three sections of my blog, about, portfolio, contact, are all on the homepage. And then just having a blog that's branded similarly but super simple, just like name of the articles on top and then below and the navigation, something super simple. So I'm not even going to, I didn't even bother really sketching that out much because it just kind of looked like that. So what I would normally do if I was working with a client is I would do something a little more, detailed. And this isn't actually detailed. This is more of like a site structure. But if we have a site that has a lot of different pieces of information, this is for House of Being HQ, their membership area, and sort of all the information they have in their membership area. For something like this, I would do much more in depth about where things go because there's a lot of information to sort of logistically coordinate. So I might do something a little bit more like this if I was working with a client, and even my sort of page mockups would be a little bit more robust. And what I did here is I went into Balsamic. I'm using the online version for this, and I went ahead and did sort of some mockups of what it would look like. And this is the mobile version that I just showed you there. And it took me like 15 minutes to do this. So I went ahead and did sort of a mobile version. You can see the nav, Tropic of Creative, some big call to action button. So imagine this is on your phone. About portfolio, you can go back and forth to next, and that blows up into a full screen image. And then contact us, and that's it. And then there'll be a link to the blog up here, and then the blog, again, I said I don't really need to map it out. And then the desktop version would be very similar, but just a little more fleshed out. Here you have just a little wider screen up on the top there. Responsive, the image shifts to the left. I have 3 portfolio items here instead of 1, and it kind of cycles through them. And a contact us form, just a little more fleshed out. And then we have another nav on the bottom just to make it clear. So that's sort of the desktop version. The only real significant difference between the desktop and the mobile is the portfolio area. So instead of calling 1 image at a time for the portfolio, it'll have to call 3 for the desktop version, and then for the mobile it'll call 1. And probably I'll do some sort of masking thing where it just kind of hides the other ones. Things kind of cycles through, but I'll have to play around with that and figure out how to make that work. But that's it. That's what the website's going to look like. The next thing I'm going to work on are some more high fidelity mockups in Photoshop. So we will work on that part next. And that will probably be a multi-part video because I'm actually going to do it on screen. So you're going to see the entire process of how I come up with the high fidelity mockups. This I did just before I made this video, so you can kind of see what it looks like. But that's about it. If you have any questions, put them in the area below, and it was my pleasure to talk to you. Talk to you later. Bye.